I didn't think I'd be this tired. I didn't think I'd be this overwhelmed. And let me tell you, I love my kids to death. But lately, I have been struggling a bit. And I know I am not the only one that's going through this. So if you are going through something similar, know that you're not alone. Welcome to the Nishay Way, and where we're literally talking about all things motherhood, all things dealing with mom life, maybe even talking about some of the things we're going through with your kids. And today I'm going to be sharing something that I really wouldn't really say out loud, but I'm thinking this could probably help some of the other moms that don't really feel comfortable sharing things like this. First things first, I want to talk about what burnout has been looking like for me lately. And already before the diagnosis with no, I feel like I've been struggling a bit with like time management. Really not before I had my babies, like when I first had Nova, I noticed like maybe that isn't my strongest suit, with adding other family members to the circle. But, about kids plus work plus trying to build time in for yourself, that's a lot. And so when we got the diagnosis for no and her epilepsy, it's just like, why really I did ask why us, because I could see if we didn't take care of our kids or we didn't do or provide the absolute best that we can for them, but we do that very thing, you know what I mean? And so I know I'm not the only one who acts in that type of situation, why my baby, out of all of these people in the world, like why my sweet baby girl, but I've been learning as I go. I'm not going to get better with the time management thing overnight, but I have been using some tools like my planners, time blocking, like what I told y'all about recently. That has been helping, but ultimately that's been the burnout because I've been focusing so much on that and then trying to come up with a schedule because, again, she has to take daily medication like twice a day, a certain time in the morning, a certain time at night. So it is, especially she's about to start school in August. So it is extremely important for us to make sure like we're staying on schedule and everything. But when one of us gets off whack, then that does kind of affect the structure or the flow of that particular day. Okay, so that's kind of what it's been looking like for me. It always literally feel like I'm like trying to beat the clock. Like I'm always rushing. I'm always trying to hurry up and get something in or get something done before a certain like time frame. And sometimes I just needed to breathe, just breathe, baby, breathe. But yeah, that's what burnout has been looking like for me lately. I want to hear more about like what has it been looking like for y'all, like or has a specific situation kind of basically impacted whatever type of burnout you already had going on. Drop it in the comments, let me know down below. I'm gonna talk about this second point, like why is this so hard to even talk about? We are being taught, especially as an African American woman, we're being taught to basically provide for our children, be there for them. They didn't ask to be here, so we need to be able to do the absolute best that we can with them. Not really asking for somebody to keep our kids or getting a break. Maybe that's how it was like back then, but like now it's not considered being like a bad mom or like a failing mom. Like we are still human. We are not like little robots. We can't just be on go mode all the time. And I know I'm on go mode like majority of the time, but like 100% all 24/7, that is not possible. We are still human. We still have feelings. And when you're tired, you're tired. Your body is going to let you know like, hey, it's time to take a break, baby. It's time to take a break because I just can't anymore, And no, I am not the perfect mom, but no, my babies know that I love them with all of my heart. So even if it may be hard for you to talk about like some of the challenges you may have with motherhood, because literally, I'm still learning. I don't have it all together. My children are 5 and 2. And I am still learning how to be like the best mom that I can be to them. But just know everything is gonna be okay. Again, I do not have it all together. Even if it looks like that on the outside, I do not know that I am like your typical relatable mom, okay? But if I'm able to get my girls fully dressed in the best outfit that they picked out, they loved it, I'm able to get their hair done, because Lord knows that's a hassle. You know, I call that a win, because sometimes, like, just it may seem simple, basic on the outside, especially if you don't have kids. When you have kids living, you know, especially if you have girls, you know how rough they can be on their hair. So, like, just keeping up with it, that is a job in itself, you know. But some days I just have to let it all go, give it to God, because I have to say, babe, I'm tired. Like, and he don't be knowing what he doing, but he tried to help me. Well, I'll say with like taking down the girl's hair or like washing it, but like, we trying. So again, if you've been feeling this way or you are feeling this way, no, you're not a bad mom. You're a human mom. We all have feelings. We are not any different than the male when it comes to our feelings. What I'm gonna say that much. We are not very much different. If they can't be robots, we can't either. Like, you know, make it make sense. So motherhood is just beautiful. It's a hard job, but it's beautiful, okay? So whatever you're doing, know that it's enough. You are enough, okay? And I'll also be sharing more like raw, real mom moments, because honestly, we need each other, especially like the younger moms, okay? We're still learning. We can't really go based off what or how we were raised. We need to be bringing in like new energy, okay? New and amazing, just great and positive energy for our babies. If this video resonated with you, I would love for you to stick around, subscribe to our little mommy community, and I'd love to hear about how are you guys dealing with basically like handling burnout, because I need some suggestions, because drinking these Red Bulls a lot, multiple times a week, that's not it, but it is getting me through. So I am welcoming all suggestions, and thank y'all so much for coming and just having this little chit chat. I've enjoyed you. See you next time. Bye.